And one of the important things you should go back with is an opportunity that you can actually act on. I'm sure you are aware about Konza Technopolis as a project and the Vision 2030 initiative of our country, which is a transformational journey to transform our economy. And the project is a product of Vision 2030, and this is a great platform to present to diaspora. Most nations all over the world, the diaspora has played a very critical role. You look at Korea, their leadership in technology, diaspora played a role. You look at China, there is a lot of linkage and results of diaspora. In the European countries, they have had impact internally and global. A great example is Ireland. I managed to visit a museum there called EPIC, which shows the history of the Irish diaspora, the impact on the global space, and both also locally in that country. So the potential of the impact is huge. Israel today is regarded the startup capital of the world. It's also the hub of research in the world today, cybersecurity and other key areas, including agriculture. And the role of diaspora there is also very big. So we can go to next slide. Great people all over the world, including in the US, the presidents like Kennedy, who is a great grandson of an Irish, and people like Henry Ford, who impacted the world, were not in that country. So we believe our diaspora will greatly impact the world and also still impact locally within our country. I've mentioned about Vision 2030 with the 3 pillars: economic, social, and political. I believe you know all this. One of the area we fit, or we are in the economic pillar as one of the flagship projects amongst others, but this is very key and unique in one specific area. Its aim and objective is to make a contribution to our economy in a new way, to bring in innovation, technology, and the knowledge economy. So if you indeed need to impact our country towards knowledge economy, this is one platform project that you should be part of and impact it. Our location, 60 kilometers of Nairobi, very strategic location within few kilometers from Machakos, Makueni, and Kajiado. We actually tie the 3 counties. We sit on 5,000 acres of land with a 10-kilometer buffer zone. Key infrastructure that pass there: the Nairobi-Mombasa Highway, the SGR, the meter gauge railway, the proposed expressway or the Greater Southern bypass, all the major fiber cables from the submarine landing points in Mombasa to Nairobi pass there. So we can put ourselves as the most well-connected city in terms of ICT also. Power, we are part of the greater ring that really gives the greater capacity of power for the country, linking Isinya, Suswa, Nairobi North. So it's a great power capacity location. 5,000 acres of land. Master plan is, you can see, when fully built up, that's how it will look like. The master plan was developed with the help of IFC, which is a financing arm also of the World Bank. And so we've got great minds and great top consultancies from the world who has input to this project, but we still need our diaspora. And I'm privileged that I've got support from many diaspora who have played a role in to this stage, individuals and organizations. The first phase of the project is on 400 acres of land, and that's what we are working on. Our vision, and this is where we would want to rally you behind us, because this is a very ambitious and challenging vision for our country, to be a global technology and innovation hub. To build the real estate is easy, brick and mortar, but to really be a global hub of innovation and technology, it will take the diaspora to play its role. Look of some of the areas we mentioned: Tel Aviv, Korea, the Research Triangle in North Carolina, the great Silicon Valley. Those are global innovation and technology hubs. How can Kenya work to achieve this great vision? It will take us working with you, especially those who are top in your academia areas in diaspora, those who are top in your technology firms and companies all over the world, those who interact with the top in the world in the financial sectors. It is an opportunity that we can interact and partner to make this reality possible for Konza and for our country. To achieve this, we've seen two pillars that we need to. One is we must make world-class infrastructure and services, and the other one, we must develop the knowledge economy. So those are the two pillars that will make us realize that call to be a global hub of innovation and technology. And the assurance, because this is important, is that the project has taken off. We have already got a funding for the key infrastructure that supports the first pillar. That's on the phase one. We have funding to support all the infrastructure on that pillar. We have also worked with our Ministry of ICT to locate a national data center there. So we are going to have a platform for e-commerce and a platform for smart cities. On the last pillar is about the knowledge. And I mentioned earlier, we are working with the Korean government and Ministry of Education to locate a research institute at Konza that will offer programs in master's and PhD in science areas. So this is a platform that will really make sure that vision can be realized. And all these I've mentioned are fully funded, and they have started and they are in progress. So this is a project you can partner and take the opportunities. And interestingly, we are building it in a city. So opportunities for city support, residential, office, city support like hotels, all those opportunities are there in Konza. And this is a safe investment, supported fully by the government, fully owned by the government. It is one of the 4 gazetted special economic zones in our country. So you also will enjoy the benefits provided for in the special economic zones. The focus area of the city is 4, that's engineering, ICT, and life sciences. And we're looking at how do we attract the top research and development. We want to be like Tel Aviv, when multinationals in the tech space are looking for a location to put their innovation or research facilities, Konza to be one of them. We're looking at educational institutions. We're looking also at the commercial and of course the city support facilities. Smart city I've mentioned, and we are lucky as a country in terms of ICT. Those of you diaspora, you have traveled, but I'm sure when you come to Kenya in respect to ICT, in terms of coverage network, data speeds, you feel comfortable. We are almost at par with the top cities that you can visit across the world. But now we want this to make it a wholesome in a city system. Nairobi city already have digital city solutions deployed, cameras, and many others. Konza, we have a chance to do an excellent one because we are doing everything from scratch. The planning is excellent, and it's a city that we hope in the future we can host such a convention and you can experience it. So I think we can go to, I would not want to focus on the smart cities, but whatever you can conceive about smart cities, I think this is an area we can assure you we will make sure on index of smartness of a city, we will achieve the highest possible. Some of the achievements we have achieved is, maybe you can go next slide. We are already working on the infrastructure. We'll share some clip of current status to the chairman, Dr. Juado, then he can share with many of you. The first building is ready in Konza, and we are closing our Westlands office. We'll be operating there from March next year. Basic infrastructure required utilities to support construction, water, power is in place. Recently, in about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we launched a 400 kV substation at Konza. This is one of the 4 substations being planned for the country. And we are being assured that we can access over 2,000 megawatts. That's almost the current national power capacity available at Konza. Research Institute, the photo you are seeing there, construction should begin by May, June next year. The designs are probably to be completed this month of December. January, we are going into tender to get a contractor to start work. Fiber, I had mentioned, we are privileged, we are at the main corridor, so it's one of the most well-connected. National data center construction has started of that building. We are now at the foundation stage. This infrastructure, we are currently about 17%. So we need about another 30 months to finish, but if you visit us another 6-7 months, you'll see the first tarmac road, the first smart city solutions. You'll see a few photos of some of the great solutions of a smart city. This is the first, probably the first solid waste solution in the country, this solution from Finland. Solution separated at source and distributed to a common area. There will be also investment opportunities for operation of solid waste, water, electricity, and you can discuss with this. We have a stand outside there if you need more information. Let's go. We have a process to onboard investors. If you are looking for land, please join up as Diaspora. Please, you can choose a location. In Nairobi today, you cannot choose a location of your choice. In Konza Technopolis, you have that opportunity that you can choose a corner plot, a corner location as an individual, as a company, or as a group of our diaspora. There are many investment opportunities that you can link us to the top global companies across the world. Contact us and see how we can locate these investors and businesses that are looking at emerging markets, Kenyan market, the African market. Indeed, Kenya is the window, and Konza will be a great location, especially we are a special. Lastly, before I finish, we have built a very close relationship with Korea. And besides the funding for the research institute, we completed recently a process of a pre-feasibility study to establish what we are calling a digital media city to support TV, broadcasting, filming, animation, the great things that 2.2 billion funds by a 7-year-old can be possible in Konza. And we are putting up the infrastructure. There is a city we visited in Korea, it's called Konza Technopolis. It has only 70,000 population. Their GDP is over $70 billion. 70,000 people, just look at that. So currently, if you go back to that slide, so that's an area we would be attracting you to invest and look, especially if you are looking at the creatives. So we are going to work on this in the next 2 years in partnership with Korea, the Kenya Film Commission, the private sector in the media. We are working on it. These are great. This is inside the bigger project of Konza. Last 3 slides. Just, we are thinking of a signature building for Konza that can be owned by Kenyans. So these are some of the concepts we have. Some people are proposing. And you are welcome to give us suggestions. You are welcome as experts. 2 things you can do for us. One is to mentor our young people in this country. We are glad to hear the big names and the great things you are doing in the multinational organization, the NGOs, the UN agencies. Please help to mentor us, and not only the young students, but even the officials of government in offices like myself. As privileged Professor Washington Ocheng, looking for me and spending almost 1 hour sharing what he thinks I should do. That's what you should do, and in every of our government offices, we are open to listen. Lastly, play a role in our economy by adopting this city to be your project. You have a great opportunity, and I told Governor who was appointed to be 48, if he's looking for an office, the seat will be in Konza, and we are ready to support you. Thank you very much, and we have a stand out there. Please visit, engage us, go to our Facebook, Twitter, Facebook. You will get all the information. Thank you very much.